Tor, Avon. The firstborn, the favorite. The one we should all look up to. Why can't you be more like your brother, Kerr? Do you think Tor would do that? Tor, Tor, Tor. The radical, wayward son who could do no wrong. I couldn't understand how he could be so blind to it. Your open animosity to the preachers, your flagrant refusal to play by his rules, and yet he dismissed every rebellion as some sort of childish sport. The games you play, Tor, he'd say, laughing, laughing. If it had been me, that would have been an entirely different story. Nothing I ever did could ever hold a candle to your magnificence. I hated you, Tor. How many times did I wish you dead? How many times did I long for the day when you left home? How many times did my pulse quicken when our mother woke me in the middle of the night, desperate to know where you were? If your father finds out, she'd say, and how I longed to tell him where you were. How I ached to tell him the truth about his little angel, his oh so perfect. When you died, it was as if he died with you. Suddenly he was an old man, bitter, enraged. Suddenly his world had lost all meaning, and we paid for that. We paid for your death, Tor. I thought it had been bad enough when you were alive, but your legacy was even more painful. As a child, I prayed for you to die. Now I prayed for you to be reborn, so we might be spared his fury. Gallus and his band of brothers offered some respite for us, gave our father a channel for all that anger. For a while, I thought it might be bearable, this world without you. But it didn't take long for him to turn his thirst for vengeance back onto us. And then, when Mother's heart finally broke, onto me. And I became who I am. And all that time you weren't dead, Tor. All that time you were living here in this haven, this paradise, rejected by your father, reviled by the society you had always scorned, a freak of nature, disfigured, diseased. Alive. Your paradise was destroyed by the very people you despised as a boy. An act of truth, they called it, the Great Cleansing. You're alone here now, and I have the power to end it. I have the power to put everything behind me, to cleanse my life of your legacy, finally, with a flick of a switch. The choice is mine.